previous lecture, we have learnt about the road alignment. We have learned that the position of the layout of the center line of the highway on the ground is known as road alignment. We have learned that there are two types of alignment. First one is the horizontal alignment and second one is the vertical alignment. Horizontal alignment includes straight path, curves or horizontal deviators. And vertical alignments includes vertical curves such as summit curves and valley curves. It also includes vertical gradients. And we have also learned that the alignment of road should be carefully decided before the construction of road. Improper alignment would result in many of the disadvantages, such as it will increase the construction cost, it can increase the cost of maintenance, it can also increase the operational cost of the vehicle, and it can also increase the accidental rate on the proposed stretch. So we had learned that there are total four requirements of good alignment. Which are those requirements? We have learned the shortcut key for that. Yes, you are right. It is S square E square. Safe, short, easy, and economy or economical. Now, today we are going to discuss about one of the most important segment of the transportation engineering as far as road alignment is concerned. We will be learning about the road alignment, the factors which are going to affect to any of the road alignment. So I would like to mention that total there are 10 factors. It is difficult to remember all the factors with concern to an examination. So I have prepared a shortcut key through which you can remember all the keynotes or key points of this particular question or concept. Which is the shortcut key? It is P A T E L L G O M C. See, this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, 9, and 10. So this is the key through which you can remember the concept of the particular factors affecting road alignment. It is this. Patell, that is Patel, GOMC. Now let us learn in the deep what is the full form of these acronyms or the shortcut keys. So the first factor that can affect the road alignment is the P, which is it is the proper drainage. Now, how the drainage can affect the road alignment? So let me tell you that the provisions of the proper and sufficient drainage is necessary for the stability of road, and hence the road alignment should be take into consideration the factors of subsurface water level, seepage flow and high flood level. It is necessary to provide the drainage system which is proper and which is sufficient. With respect to the water which is flowing below the surface, means it is subsurface water. It may be seepage flow also. It can also be high flood level. So whenever an alignment is designed, it should consider the criteria of proper drainage. Out of this 10, the P stands for proper drainage. Now the second criteria is A. The A stands for availability of construction material. I have mentioned in my previous lecture, as an engineer, it is your duty to reduce the cost of construction which is involved. So for bringing down the cost of construction and maintenance of highways, it is necessary to have the easy availability of materials such as stones, gravels, sand, which should be provided nearby to the highway areas. The road alignment having minimum carting problems of construction materials are generally provided and preferred. So the second factor is availability of construction materials. The site should be so selected that the materials are easily available. The third is about T. Now, the T stands for traffic. How the traffic can affect the road alignment? So the alignment should suit the traffic requirements, such as origin and destination studies should be carried out in the area. The desired line should be drawn, which should show the trend of the traffic flow. The new road to be aligned should keep up the view of desired lines, traffic flow pattern, and future trends. Means whenever an alignment is proposed, the current and future traffic scenarios should be considered. So this is the third criteria. The fourth criteria is about E. The E means economic factor. It should be finalized based on the above factor, should also be economical. Whenever the team is working out the economics, the initial cost, the maintenance cost, the vehicle operation cost should be considered. These costs must be considered. So economic criteria is also one of the most important factors. This was the fourth factor. The fifth one is about L. Now the L stands for land acquisition. Now we all know that without the acquisition of land, the construction of highway is not possible. So the availability of adequate land for the construction of highway is a necessary component. If the road alignment is such that considerable built-up area and cultivated land area are to be acquired, then it will prove to be difficult, costly, and time-consuming. Because whenever the team go to acquire the land which is already a part of built-up area, it will be difficult and time-consuming for them to acquire such land. So it should be such that the least problem of land acquisition should be involved. So this was the fifth criteria. Now, the sixth criteria is about another L. Now, what is this L is all about? It is about low grades and easy curves. What does it mean? It should be such that the low grades and easy curves are obtained, and to achieve this purpose, sometimes it becomes necessary to sacrifice the directness of the road and increase its length. Length means sometimes the team has to increase the length in order to consider this aspect. It should be so provided that the grades and easy curves are provided. Now, the another criteria is the geological features or factors. Now, what is this all about? So, the highway alignment should be made in such a way that there are no serious difficulties from the geological features, such as there should be limited chances or no chances of landslides or the difficulty for stability of the earth. It should be provided in such a way. Now, the M stands for miscellaneous. Miscellaneous means other criteria. It should avoid any foreign territory. The road should have the good visibility under any kind of climate conditions. The political and strategic consideration may necessitate the deviation of the road alignment sometimes. The alignment should not pass any high populated areas. The low lying areas should be avoided in the alignment. It should not pass through the snowy area. These are the criteria which are considered in the miscellaneous factor. And the last is about C. It is about crossing. The provision of stream crossing, river crossing and railway crossing along the road alignment should be properly studied. The availability of suitable bridge site along the road alignment is very important. So the team has to consider the criteria of crossing in form of railway crossing, bridge crossing or any kind of stream or river crossing. This should be considered. So this is how you can remember the concept of this PATELLMOGC. This is proper drainage, availability of construction material, traffic, economic factor, land acquisition, low grade and easy curves, miscellaneous. What is this O? We will be learning this in the next slide. It is obligatory points. This is itself a new concept. The G is about the geological features and C is about the crossing. Now let us learn about the last topic of factors affecting road alignment. It is about the O. The O stands for obligatory points. Now what is this obligatory points? So the obligatory points means the controlling points which govern the highway alignment. These are the points which decide that whether the highway should pass this region or not. Means it will govern the alignment. Means the controlling point which govern the alignment. They are mainly responsible for the deviation of highway from its straight location. They are divided into two categories. First is point through which the alignment should pass. Now, which are the points through which the road alignment has to pass? These are the points. It should pass from bridge site, any kind of important town, or any kind of mountain pass. And the another category is about point through which it should not pass. So it includes the categories and places like religious places such as it should not pass from mosque, temples, church, grave, tomb, etc. The highway should not pass from places like religious places. It should not pass from lakes or ponds or any kind of monument places and valley, etc. So this is how the obligatory points can be understood. Obligatory points are the controlling points which govern the highway alignment. They can be categorized into two parts. First is points through which the highway can pass or east can be passed. It is bridge site, any town or city, or mountain pass. And the highway should not pass from religious places, monument places, and valleys, lakes, and ponds. So this is how the concept of factors affecting road alignment can be understood. I hope you have understood the concept thoroughly. Thank you so much for paying the attention.